Welcome to our series on the true meaning of Christmas and a little bit of biblical background. I want to talk about the Holy Innocents. You may have heard of that term. It refers to the young children who were brutally murdered in the city of Bethlehem. They were only between, a couple months old to 2 years old. So let's give a little bit of background. What happened? The Magi went to Bethlehem to go search for the newborn Christ. And Herod, being so paranoid, sent soldiers to Bethlehem a little later to kill all the children in the city of Bethlehem that were recently born up to 2 years old. Why would Herod do something like this? He was so paranoid of keeping his kingship. He killed his own children to try to maintain his throne, thinking that they would take it away from him, that he even went after what was believed to be and what was the newborn Christ. It shows you how power can corrupt a person, especially, if they don't really, understand what they're seeking in life. And so Herod, his life was all about himself. It was about himself, and it was about his kingship. It had nothing to do with God's kingship, and certainly had nothing to do with Christ's kingship. But it shows you how someone can be such an opponent to Christ if they don't realize what the meaning of their life is. So let's look a little bit at this story about the Holy Innocents. I want to just go to Matthew's Gospel, and I want you to go to Matthew chapter 2. And if you go to chapter 2, verse 7, it says that Herod summoned the wise men secretly and ascertained from them what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem, saying, "Go and search diligently for the child, and when you have found him, bring me word that I too may come and worship him." Notice how Herod is completely lying through his teeth. He's telling the wise men, also known as the Magi, go over to Bethlehem and let me know where he is. I want to go worship as well. Well, we know that he did not want to worship. He wanted to kill the newborn Christ. Well, it tells us a lot about Herod's ministry as king. He was nothing like our Lord Jesus Christ. Our Lord came into this world to give his life for our salvation. But throughout, through the month of December, right after Christmas, one of the great feast days that we celebrate is the death of the Holy Innocents. They're almost called like proto-martyrs, because a martyr is one who gives testimony for the person of Christ, and because of that testimony that they give regarding Christ, their life is taken. And so the Holy Innocents, they never really gave a testimony for Christ, but they were literally killed because this vicious man was trying to kill Christ. And so in a sense, they're considered to be proto-martyrs, some of the first martyrs in the early church. And so when we look at the Holy Innocents, when we study what happened with them, what's the point? The point is this. The point is that I have to have a heart of a martyr. If I want to really appreciate what happened to these children who were brutally murdered, I need to have the heart of a martyr. I need to die to myself. I need to live the gospel out completely. I need to give witness to Christ and talk about who Christ is to everyone that I encounter. And even if I'm persecuted, even if I'm put to death, I'll do so, because that's what my life is all about, giving witness and testimony to Christ. And so as we celebrate the Holy Innocents right after Christmas, keep that in mind and ask yourself, do I have the heart of a martyr? May the Lord give both of us the heart of a martyr so that we constantly give witness to who Christ is.